Hello again, fourth graders. This is Mrs. Armstrong, and now that you are masters of multiplying 2 and 3 digit numbers by 1 digit, we are going to move along to multiplying 2 digit by 2 digit numbers. And eventually we'll get to some 3 digit by 2 digit numbers, but our video today is going to focus on 2 by 2s. So your I can statement for this video, I can statements for this video are I can use the algorithm to multiply 2 digit by 2 digit numbers, and I can use the box and cluster strategy to multiply 2 digit by 2 digit numbers. At this point, you've all been exposed to the algorithm and the box and cluster strategy. We're going to do that again for 2 digit by 2 digit multiplication, and then as we've done before, you can pick which one you prefer. Okay, so we will start with the problem 53 times 46. And we start the same way we do with 2 by 1s. We'll go ahead and multiply the 1s column. 3 times 1 is 18. We regroup the 1 up here, and I'll put plus 1. Then we come down, and 6 times 5 is 30. 30 plus 1 is 31, and we write that down. Now the difference with the 2 by 2s is when we move to the tens place, we have to fill in the ones place right here. So our 0 becomes a placeholder. And then we're able to move over to the tens place. So we start with the 4, and we'll go 4 times 3 is 12. So again, we bring the number in the ones place down, the 2, and up top we have a plus 1. Then we'll multiply 4 times 5. There we go. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. So what happens here is we have two partial products, 318 and 2,120 are products, and we have to add those products together. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. And 0 plus 2 is 2. So our total product for 53 times 46 is 2,438. Now we'll give you one to try on your own. All right, so your problem to solve is 56 times 32. At this point, we hope that you don't need to use your multiplication chart, but if you do, go ahead, but try and solve this using your multiplication facts from memory. Go ahead and hit pause, and after you've solved this on your piece of paper, hit play, and we'll check it together. Okay, we start in the ones column. 6 times 2 is 12. Regroup the 1. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Again, don't forget your placeholder. Move over to the tens column. 3 times 6 is 18. Put your 8 down there. Regroup the 1. 3 times 5 is 15. Didn't have my 1 there. Plus 1. 15 plus 1 is going to be 16. And again, we add our partial products together. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 plus 6 is 7. And 0 plus 1 is 1. So our product is 1,792. Make sure you have that. And if you didn't, go back and see where you might have made your mistake, and then we're going to move on to the box and cluster method. All right, here we're going to do an example of the box and cluster method. Oops. And you will see why it's called the box and cluster here in just a second. But our problem here is going to be 37 times 29. And so some of you were asking last week when we did the box and cluster, well, what do we do if we're multiplying by two numbers? So here you go. We are going to make our rectangle, and because we have 2 digits by 2 digits, we're going to make a 4 by 4 box. And what will happen is we take the value of the 3, which is 30, the value of the 7, which is 7, and then we come down here to the number 29, and we do the same thing. So we take the value of the 2, which is 20, and the value of the 9. And now we're going to do our multiplication and basically cluster those facts into our boxes. So we'll start here with 30 times 20. We can go 2 times 3 is 6. And we have 2 zeros here, so this becomes 600. We'll take 20 times 7. So we have 7 here and 20 over here. 7 times 2 is 14. We have 1 0, so that becomes 140. Then we'll come down to this box. 30 times 9. 9 times 3 is 27. We have 1 0, so that becomes 270. 9 times 7 is 63. Then what we do is we take all of our partial products and we add them together. So 1600 plus 140 plus 270 plus 63. Our ones column, we get 3. In our tens column, we have 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. Regroup our 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Regroup our 1. And we have 1 plus 1, and that gives us 2. So our product is 2,073. Okay, here's your opportunity to do the box and cluster with this problem. The problem is going to be 47 times 35. Again, go ahead and pause the video right now. We'll come back and solve it together. And when you're done tonight, you'll probably have a preference whether you like to solve with the algorithm or whether you like to solve with the box and cluster. Go ahead and hit pause and set this one up. All right, it's a 2 by 2. So we make our box with 4 rectangles in it. 47, the value of the 4 is 40. The value of the 7 is 7. The value of the 3 and 35 is 30. And the value of the 5 is 5. And then we go ahead and do our multiplication. So 3 times 4 is 12. And we have a total of 2 zeros. So 30 times 40 is 1,200. We'll move over to the 30 times 7. 3 times 7 is 21. We have 1 0, so this becomes 210. Move down to this square. 5 times 40, I should say. 5 times 4 is 20, and we have 1 0, so that becomes 200. And 5 times 7 is 35. Then we take our partial products, we add them together, and we get a total product of 1,645. Again, if you didn't get that total, go back and see where you made your mistakes. You might watch this again and check out what you need to do to fix it. Okay, fourth graders, make sure that you do your whisk. Make sure that you fill out the when and where, the summary, and any questions that you have. Bring that with you to school. And of course, the favorite part of the videos. This is the question, why didn't the skeleton cross the road? So bring your answers in with you, and thanks for listening.